So let's get this show on the road. Hopefully it works this time. Looks like my CPU is maxed out once again. Well, let's hope it works at least. Now what happened to... yeah. Still working on some stuff here, guys. Sorry, Daniel. Wish I could have gotten it going properly the first time. Hopefully it works this time. Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully it works this time. Hey, Tina. Will? Hopefully it's not too choppy. I turned it down to 480p, guys, so the picture isn't going to be quite as good. I don't know what's going on. It was the encoder that I used for this was maxing out my CPU, and my computer was freezing up on me. So hopefully... Hey, Dan. Hopefully it works this time, but it's not going to be as good of a picture as usual. So I'll have to do some testing some other time and see if I can get this all figured out. No audio or video. Huh? Is it working now, guys? Can you see me? Can you hear me? If I turn the volume up to see if I can hear myself, then I get a crazy echo. Mark, yes, I do have video from the bug out trip. Not as much as I'd like to have had. It basically rained on us the whole weekend, but we still had fun. I had a blast. It was a really great experience, I think, for everybody involved because we got to experience what it's like to, go out and do something like that when you don't know what the conditions are going to be. We kind of had, we could look at the forecast and see what it was going to be, but we knew it was going to be a little bit of rain, but nothing like we experienced. I mean, it went from drizzling a little bit to cloudy and windy to pouring down rain to just pure misery, but yet enjoying ourselves because we were in good company. And I want to thank for everybody that came. It was just I couldn't have imagined getting that kind of having that many people show up for the first time of doing something like this. So we are going to do. No one ever said bugging it would happen in perfect weather. Exactly. You don't know what it's going to happen. I even said that at the end of the video that I was editing earlier today. So, help me out. Talk about tourniquets. Brian, with tourniquets, I'm sorry, I'm not a medical professional. I have no training on using tourniquets. You're honestly better off looking. A lot of times your local community colleges will put on training classes for EMT and stuff like that. Me and my wife took it. It was free. And so we learned a lot, but I don't want to misinform anybody on the use of tourniquets. So sorry, Brian, I'm not going to do any videos on tourniquets. I don't want somebody to get hurt on account of me giving out bad information because I'm not even though I've had a little bit of training at it, I'm not anywhere near a professional at it. Mark, yep, we had fire the whole time. Didn't have too much trouble getting fire going because everybody had a fire kit full of stuff. So with the fire kit that I keep in my truck, if you guys didn't see that video, you could start a small forest fire with the fire kit I keep in my truck. So and then what I had in my bug out bag, that's something that I learned, is I had plenty of ignition sources but not much tinder. And in that area in particular, everywhere else I go hiking, I can find natural tinder. But in wet conditions, usually like when I'm out there, I will use just like dry grasses, or sometimes you can find cattails, but there was nothing. There was really no natural tinder to be found that was not soaking wet. So I need to have more tinder sources in my fire kit and my bug out bag. That is for sure. Johnny, yeah, I'm actually kind of glad we had crappy weather too, because it gave us a different perspective on some different things, and we all learned something from it, and that's the thing that I really really loved about going out and doing something like this. Is I knew it was going to be a learning experience, and I actually got some videos of the guys. Kind of did like an interview type of video to where everybody answered a few questions about what they different things that they learned from the experience. So for some reason my camera was on the fritz because of the weather, and so some of the footage was corrupted, so I lost a few of those interviews, but I think I have 5 of them that were really good, so those will turn out great. Weirdest thing that happened on the bug out? Nothing really major. We had some people, some canoers, show up, and the river was really high with all the rain. I mean, it was almost at flood stage. I mean, it was running. It was taking down trees, and there was all kinds of debris in the water. So technically speaking, you could call it floodwaters, and there were people canoeing down it. So there was a tree that Johnny found, or I guess we all saw it when we went out for a little hike. But we found crossways across the river, and it was scary. It was dangerous. It was a bad idea to go. They did it, and they made it. They made it back to their car. So I guess they were experienced at it. But Mark, how many people showed up? What did we have, Johnny? Like 10, I think there was. So here I got my chair on my pant leg. But yeah, it was a good time, and I definitely want to do it again. In the fall, we're going to do a bushcraft camp, so it'll be sort of similar, but we'll probably and hopefully the weather will be nicer. I like fall weather better anyway, but I really enjoy bushcrafting, and I think a lot more people will enjoy that too. We'll bring out our axes, and there's always something that you learn about your bug out bag, and you try to take minimal gear. So we couldn't do, I guess, as many activities as I wanted to do, especially with the weather. You couldn't get the camera equipment out because you don't want it getting damaged or whatever. Even though I have a waterproof camera, the battery life on that camera is horrible. So I'm gonna have to get something different. That's for sure. It's good for, I suppose, quick short shots, like secondary shots. But as far as using it to film entire videos, that's a no-go. I had 3 batteries for it, and those 3 batteries didn't last an hour in cooler temperatures. So I mean, they sat in the truck for 2 days in cool weather, but I had them on the charger before I left. So they should have held a charge better than that. I would have thought. So I didn't get hardly any footage with that camera. That's the camera I was using for those interviews that I lost footage of. And so I'm not happy with that camera at all, I'll say that. But I'm still going to give the guy what I promised him for it. And, I'm a man of my word. So I'll do that. But I would not buy that camera. So let's see, it was My friend JR, if you're watching this, I'll have to send you a message if you don't see this, but you were asking me about that camera. Don't buy it. It is not worth it. It's not worth even half of what it costs. So, Johnny, yeah, with the bushcraft camp, yeah, I will probably bring a Dutch oven or a cast iron skillet or something, make some biscuits and gravy over the campfire, stuff like that, steaks and just good food instead of Mountain House and emergency rations and stuff like that. So, I like Mountain House, but I'd much rather have a T-bone, that's for damn sure. So how many people we got here? Hey guys, give me a thumbs up. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, and help spread the word about these videos. I'll try to get started doing live streams more regularly again. I'm going to be working my ass into the ground for the next couple of weeks to get caught back up on my orders, on my sheath orders. But yeah, I want to get back into the groove of doing live streams on a regular basis and try to get a schedule going on my videos again. It's going to be tough this summer, but I gotta try to do everything I can to do that. It's really tough when you got kids playing sports and stuff like that. So hee Dutch oven. I don't get it. Oh, yep. Anyhow, cast iron. Yeah, we'll be doing some good cooking, and we'll get our axes out and we'll have some fun for the bushcraft camp. I don't know if for something like that if I would take I probably will still hammock, hang in a hammock. It's comfortable. Oh, I guess one crazy top of my backpack on the edge of my tarp, just under the rain fly, and I got woke up and trying to get into my food. So, but the animals out there are really used to seeing people a lot, so he just kind of stopped, looked at me like, "Oh, you're not going to let me have your food," and just turned around and walked away like nothing. So he didn't think anything of it. How's a small channel get invited to these events? Everybody was invited, Dan. I made several videos about it. All you got to do is show up. Doesn't cost nothing. We're just having fun. Hey, it's back. I'll be damned. I'm trying to. I'm gonna have to shut my sound and stuff off on my phone. I'm gonna try to do a um, like a Wi-Fi hotspot, Wi-Fi sharing with my phone, and see if that helps the problem or makes it worse. Who knows? Let's see. Let's hope that does it. Well, now it shows that I have a good connection again. Hopefully. How's it looking? Bad. Oh, I'm in my control room here. We'll see if it comes back. I hope so. Barely even had anything going. Hey, there it looks like it's going to go again. Still shows stream status is bad. I don't know what in the hell is going on, guys. I had no trouble at all last time I did a live stream. So I guess we're probably going to have to keep this one fairly short. Anybody have any questions for me? I don't have anything else going on, Matt. I'm on a different Wi-Fi signal. I have a dual band router, so I'm on a different bandwidth than everybody else, or on a different whatever you want to call it. How much did my bag weigh? Somewhere around 30 pounds. But I had extra stuff with me. You know, I had camera gear and I took plenty of extra water because I was I had learned from previous experience that if you're doing any cooking with water, you have to bring extra water. I actually went through 4 liters of water over the weekend. Well, more like 3.5, I guess. I drank about half a liter on the way home because I was getting pretty thirsty. But yeah, 3 liters of water, bare minimum, liter a day. So, and actually, technically, we were only there for 48 hours. So I drank a lot of water. But yeah, I had my big pack, and I will actually probably do a full rundown of my bug out bag after I get everything cleaned up, and or actually might not even clean it up, might just pack it back how it used to be before, you know, because at the end of the weekend everything was sopping wet and dirtier than hell, so I just jammed it all in my bag and left. So just organize stuff again, and then I'll probably do a video on my updated bug out bag. What was my favorite part of the camp? Probably just chilling out and hanging out and talking with everybody. You know, we had some pretty good conversations. We really did. Those and those deer tacos that Brandon made, those were awesome. Yep. Yeah, if you have a dog with you, then you got to pack more water for them. I think that's something that people underestimate in the bug out bag is how much water they need. I really do. In fact, I may, instead of packing canteens, what knife did I take? I took my Cretalis, my SEMA 1, and my CRKT Minimalist Bowie. And I actually, I didn't even use my big knife that much, my Cretalis. I ended up using the SEMA 1 the most often. But then, well, I don't know. I probably used all 3 of them about the same. Because the first day when I was carrying my pack, I used the SEMA 1 because a cross draw. Well, I don't know. A dangler probably carries better with a backpack, but because of the hip belt. But I was carrying my pistol too, so I didn't want to have all that weight on one side, on my right side. So I was carrying a cross draw instead, and that doesn't work out. It worked out okay with the hip belt. One thing that I learned is you do not want an inside the waistband carry holster for your concealed carry weapon for your pistol. You do not want an inside the waistband carry holster if you're going to carry a backpack. It will push your pants down the whole time you're walking. So that was kind of a nightmare. Anyone build a shelter, or was it all tents, hammocks? It's a bug out camp, man. It's shelters that you can set up within a couple of minutes. So everything was tents and tarps. a bushcraft camp. For the bushcraft camp in the fall, I think, and this was also public ground, so we're not allowed to cut any dead stand or cut any live trees. So, so yeah, we were not building bushcraft camps or bushcraft shelters of any kind. So yeah, it was almost all hammocks. There were 2 people that had tents. But yeah, in the fall, one of the people there, Tack, had a they are her and her wife were trying to get some land so that we can, or just mainly because she wants to be able to go out and enjoy nature whenever she wants because she lives in the city. And so she's trying to get some land, and if she gets it bought by the fall, like they are planning, we'll do the bushcraft camp there, so it'll be more centralized in Iowa. I'm not sure exactly where it's located, but supposedly close to Des Moines anyway. So if we do the bushcraft camp, we'll be able to do it there, and if we can do it there, then we can cut down and use whatever she allows, which I'm pretty sure she'd let us do whatever, as long as we're not hurting any, elder trees, whatever you want to call it. So were those hammocks very comfy? Never tried. I love a hammock, Matt. The only thing is you got to set it up properly, and you definitely want a reflective surface underneath you, some type of a mat, and I don't do underquilts because. Oh yeah, I don't carry an underquilt because by the time you carry a tarp, a hammock, an underquilt, and your sleeping pad and all that, you might as well have carried a tent. So it just doesn't make sense. In fact, it can actually get heavier to carry a hammock setup for cooler weather than it is for a tent. So, see the sheath you did for Brian. Oh, yeah, yeah. You just had that video out, yesterday? I just saw that this morning, Tony. You have the same knife. Okay, cool. Yeah, you'll have to send me the knife for that one because I don't own that model. Plus, Tops knives. Tops knives are a little iffy from what I'm told on the handles. And I'm not absolutely sure about this, but I am going to start requesting more people send their knives in instead of me buying more knives and then having to have people send their knife and sheath back to have the sheath made. They might as well have just sent their knife in the first place. So that's probably what I'm going to start doing on my custom work. If you want a custom sheath, you have to send the knife in. No ifs, ands, or buts, because you want it to fit properly. So, like the production knives, like my Moras. Moras are all the same. I've never heard of anybody having a trouble with one of my Mora sheaths. But the other companies, even the Schrades, Schrade not quite so bad, but Condor, definitely Condor knives. How many MRE y'all eat? Let's see, a couple guys, Lee Ralph it was Brandon from Bearded CB82 is his channel, and Bo from the Doghouse Outdoors. Both of those guys brought some MREs with them. I don't carry MREs in my backpack because I think they're, I didn't for this weekend anyhow. I have some MREs, but I'm really picky about them. Not all of them taste very good, so they do pack down good, but I think there's a lot of extra. Even if you field dress an MRE, there's still a lot of extra packaging with them. So the food, I've done a couple videos on bug out bag food, but I usually just take the survival, emergency rations, some people call them lifeboat rations. They're not just lifeboat rations. They are calories, guys. So calories are calories. If you just need energy, calorie is energy. That's the definition of calorie. So I ate a bunch of peanut butter and honey. Yeah. But yeah, that was I was actually planning on Saturday. All I was going to eat was the emergency ration food bars, those dry bricks. But everybody else was eating Mountain House, and we were sitting around the fire and just enjoying it. You just kind of enjoying each other's company. So I was like, yeah, I'll just eat some Mountain House that I had in the truck. So who had the best campsite story? That's tough. There's a lot of good stories. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one a bit. There's a lot of good stories. Johnny had a lot of great stories. In fact, you guys need to go Jeep Things. You guys are seeing in the chat. You need to go click on his name, go to his channel, because when he starts telling, if he starts telling some of these stories in his videos, it's going to be they're good stories. He's got a lot of good stories. I'll say that. How many people ran to McDonald's? Yeah, there isn't even actually a McDonald's within, I think, maybe 20 miles of where we were at. So yeah, up off the interstate is the closest place you could have gotten any fast food. No, actually, one guy. Yeah, exactly. Actually, that was probably the best part of the whole weekend, was just shooting the shit with the guys. Or I guess there was one woman there, but just the community, the camaraderie, that sort of thing was the best part of the whole weekend. But I already forgot what I was saying. Only 14 people watching. I had a lot more than that on the first bug out camp. I'm going to share this live stream here real quick, guys. See if I can get some more people coming in. So give me just a second here. Try to come up with some questions for me. Try to share this around in a couple of places. Check back with you. Hey, no problem, Johnny. Glad to do it for you, man. You were about to tell us who ordered Jimmy John's. Oh, come on, computer. Quit messing with me. Okay, let's see. I'll post it in one more place. Bug Out Camp. Facebook group. If you guys didn't know, there is a Facebook group, and I will try to get a link here for you guys where it's just going to get turned into a full-time Facebook group for people that are part of my channel. So there we go. Need to unpin a post on there. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's see. Catch up with questions. Weirdest piece of gear, coolest piece of gear, who brought the most alcohol? I'm pretty sure Johnny and Heath brought the most alcohol. There are a few people that ran into town and grabbed some beer since we were just sitting around shooting the shit, but gotta throw a flask in that, Bob. Yeah. I'm not much of a drinker anymore. I had a couple of shots while I was there, but that was about it. I don't tend to drink it very often anymore. And now it's starting to rain. That's part of my connection problem. But hopefully it keeps running like it has been. I got 17. Everybody looks like everybody's hit the thumbs up button so far. Heats the soul up, yeah. Drinking is healthy. Well, yeah, Matt, I guess a little bit of drinking is healthy, but I'm not a little bit of drinking kind of guy. I'm a either all out or nothing type of guy. So, yeah, when you're like that, drinking is not healthy. But anyhow, yeah, well, I was up in the middle of the night a few times. Because it was raining so much, there's a river that runs right next to the campground, or actually the drive coming into the campground. But anyhow, river running right past all of us, and it was about maybe 5 or 6 feet higher than it usually runs. There's a big sandbar out in the middle of this one part, and it usually sticks up about probably 2 or 3 feet from where the water level usually runs, and the water was at least 2 feet above it at one time. That sounds like a bug in bag. Yeah. So anyhow, I was up. I was up a couple times Friday night. I got up once Saturday night just to check on the river, but yeah, didn't allow me a whole lot of sleep. Just since everybody was kind of, I was the only one who knew the place, and it was my event. I felt responsible that I needed to get up and check on the river, make sure everybody didn't drown. So it was definitely a different kind of situation than I've ever been in when I went and did something like this. Now, this isn't the first time that I've done a bug out camp, but I usually do it by myself, just to challenge myself. I've done it, let's see, I've done it twice since I started this channel. MREs, oh, yeah. No, we had a privacy shelter, Matt. So we actually had, I had a privacy shelter and a lugaloo for some privacy for going to the bathroom, and then a bag full of wood chips to keep the smell down. So no way I could sleep with a situation like that. It was tough. I did not get a whole lot of sleep Friday night when it was raining the most. So yeah, I might have slept maybe 4 hours that first night. Lake Hartwell. Where's that at, Michael? Are you from Brampton? Thanks for coming in, stopping by, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. But yeah, that was one interesting thing about the weekend. I'd have to say the main things that I learned from the weekend was water. Yeah, I don't think you could possibly, really overdo it on water. At least at least 1 liter per day, and have a backup way of procuring more water. So I don't know. I might have to rethink my system for how, for being able to have enough water without carrying all that extra weight. Um, oh, South Carolina, cool. Live off that lake over. Huh. So yeah, I need to rethink the way that I go about making sure I have enough water for my bug out bag. It's really cooling off here, guys. So might have to grab a jacket real quick. But anyway, I don't know if maybe instead of carrying a couple of canteens, I might put a water bladder in my bug out bag, or I might I don't know, maybe it'd be worth carrying collapsible canteens that'll hook up to a filter instead of having, a full blown, and then just have like one metal canteen or something like that, or metal water bottle, stainless steel water bottle, whatever you want to call it, so that you could boil water and cook food if need be. Um, yeah, it's something I'm going to have to think about and do more. Maybe do some videos on. So I'll bet you did, Johnny. Especially that second night you fell asleep sideways in your hammock. Each person needs half-gallon of water per day. Well, yeah, at least a liter, I'd say. At a bare minimum, I mean, just to not die just to not get dehydrated. But it depends on the weather too. People underestimate how easily you can get dehydrated in the wintertime. But in the summer, especially when it's hot out, filter bottle, that's a good idea. That might be the way to go. Troy, good idea. I know the Berkey, it'd be really nice if somebody would make, and maybe somebody does and I'm just not aware of it, but it would be really nice if somebody made a stainless steel water bottle with a filter element in it. I don't know of anybody that does. The new Renovo water filter might be stainless. Not sure. Sounds like Johnny likes to party. Yeah, I think so. Like he was just like everybody else. It was kind of a wash from trying to do any type of activities to, like I wanted to do some activities showing people how to start fire in wet conditions, which we could have done, but it was such a mud pit that, I mean, everybody would have been covered in mud by the time we got done. So it just kind of put a damper on doing anything like that. And also just because since it was just the first one and most of us had pretty good knowledge, most of us there were fairly knowledgeable. Experimenting with clean canteens, no luck. Yeah. There's got to be some way to hook up a water filter in a stainless steel bottle. That would be an ingenious invention that would make some pretty good money. Jim Beam. Well, that'll purify you. Maybe not the water. Gotta try other stainless steel bottles. Point A to point Z. I like Nalgene, the camper model, and that's just because of how it fits in the packs that I have. But and also, I always go for a 32 ounce or a 1 liter, one or the other, because that's the size for the purification tablets. That's what size or that's the amount of water that they treat. So I try to stick to 32 ounce bottles. And so some of them, sometimes it'd be nice to have the 40 ounce bottle, but then you're not going to be very accurate if you have to use the water purification tablets. So it's kind of a trade-off there. But anyhow, yeah, the Nalgene Campers model is what I usually use for a stainless steel bottle. Otherwise, I just have the blue plastic Nalgene bottles. And then I have one really old aluminum canteen that I used years ago. I don't use it anymore. In fact, I don't even know where it's at. It's packed away somewhere. I've never even gotten it out since I moved to where I live now, and so it definitely hasn't been shown on my channel. So it's probably in the basement in a box somewhere. Now, just quit using it because I prefer stainless. But I don't know, like the heavy cover canteen. That's a good one. That's titanium, I believe. Or maybe they make a stainless one too. I don't know. Little bag of pool shock. Works good, lightweight. Pool shock, that must be for purifying the water. Does that treat a liter? Never heard of the stuff. Yeah, I'll have to look at that, Troy. I've never, speaking of alcohol, I've never been one to carry alcohol in my bug out bag, but I think it might be worth carrying a couple of small bottles of Everclear. Hypochlorite. Oh. Anyhow, I think it would be worth carrying a couple bottles of Everclear. Number one, you can use it to start a fire. If you know, like in wet conditions, like we were dealing with, if you could have poured one of them little airplane bottles all over the wood, fire would have gotten going in no time. Hey, you're back. You're just Jackalope. Rob Ricks, the man. He's back. I always got alcohol. Yeah, I watch your live streams. I try to catch them every time I can, anyhow. But yeah, like Matt, alcohol is very multi-purpose. It can be used for a lot of things, and especially Everclear. You know, it can be used as antiseptic. It can be used to help get a fire going. If you need to calm your nerves, it would do a damn good job. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can use it for. So I'm gonna take a puff here, guys, just a second. But yeah, there's yeah, disinfect wounds, warm you up. Yeah, it'll make you feel warm, but it actually is detrimental to actually staying warm, not getting hypothermic because it thins out your blood. So I don't know. Maybe that I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. Everclear is a good what, Johnny? Tateable. What's that? Zombie cleanser? I don't think there's enough Everclear in the world for that. But yeah, it definitely could have come in handy for getting the fire roaring. How will you vape in the apocalypse, though, Matt? I have a video coming up for you on that. So, you know, vaping from a prepper's perspective. That's the video title working in my head. But yeah, bad idea is super cold. But you think about that, Matt. I can store up e-juice. I can store up as much as I want, keep it in a cool, dark place, and it's actually they call that steeping. We do that anyway, as people that vape already know about that. But will be a nice way to go. But and then I can recharge them with my solar chargers. They're USB, micro USB rechargeable, so I can vape throughout the apocalypse. Especially if you're. That is a link for the water bottle with filter. What link? Sorry, Heath. The on you can't post links on live chats. I think it just eliminates them. I have a spam filter going because at late at night on all my live streams there's a spam filter because late at night the trolls come out to play when you're doing a live stream and they will completely kill a live stream just to be a jackass. So I don't think there's any links. Yeah, I'm not seeing any anyway. Bartering. I need to do a video on bartering. Um, People that are addicted to alcohol, I don't think I would want to barter alcohol with them. You know, I just kind of think about that. Some people, I worked with a guy who had to drink a 6-pack at lunchtime just to function the rest of the day. So, activated carbon. Cool. I will look at that, Heath. Thank you. And that, guys, random videos that you're seeing there in the chat, that is Heath. He was at the bug out camp. So I don't know if he got, Heath, did you get any videos while you were out there? If not, he's got some bug out bag videos, and we talked about doing, I think me and Johnny talked about this, but if you're wanting to get some views, to get some notoriety, I guess, or get people to pay attention, or just to get noticed, do a survival kit video. Just build a survival kit, do a video on it, you'll get some views, and you'll get some people on your channel. Okay, cool. So yeah, guys, go check out Random Videos. There in the chat. Go check out his channel and give him a sub. One beer equals one roll of TP. Yeah, it might someday. You never know. Put it up today? Okay, I haven't had a chance to watch videos today. He used a shot glass as he used a measurement to barter. Well, yeah, that's where, well, I guess that's where the name shot, a shot glass being, they used to trade a bullet for a shot of whiskey. That's where the term shot came from, actually. But yeah, it used to be a good measurement to barter. Good point there, Rob. Got 24 watching now. Hey, you guys, if you're just coming in, hit that thumbs up button for me, guys. Those that know how to brew at home will be valuable. Hell yes, they will. If you know how to make your own alcohol, that's why, like, there are certain plants, especially corn, potatoes. I'm kind of wondering if a person, since I had talked about Jerusalem artichokes before, I kind of wonder, since they are a tuber, a lot like a potato, I wonder if you can brew alcohol with them. And I wonder how it would taste. Might have to talk to Zach over at an American Homestead and see if he can do it. Oh, with Soviet Union collapse. Okay. Didn't think about that. But yeah, Zach over at American Homestead, I might have to talk to him, see if that's possible. So I see. I talked to him on Facebook here last day or two. So here's a good question for you guys. There is a new, well, I guess it's not really new, but it's fairly new, website called Steam It. And they pay people for posting content. They pay people for interacting with that content. And, like if you leave a comment or if you upvote it, you get paid for it. It's all in cryptocurrency though, like Bitcoin. But it's actually, it's not actual Bitcoin. It's Steam, their own cryptocurrency, which you can trade for Bitcoin and then trade for cash. So I am just kind of curious. Zach over at American Homestead turned me on to this website. And I used to be into crypto coin mining. If you don't know what that is, you have to look it up. But you can use your computer to basically, they call it mining, but it solves mathematical algorithms, and then you get paid in cryptocurrency for doing it. Haven't used it all. Yeah, but that's it sounds like the way to go, especially for but anyhow, what I'm getting at is this Steam It platform, and they're working on an actual just video site, kind of like YouTube. But hey, Carter, they're working on a video site, kind of like YouTube, that is going to be based on this Steam cryptocurrency, and the idea is that people will get paid for upvoting, for commenting, just for interacting, and then the content creators also get paid, but everybody gets paid in cryptocurrency, and then you gotta go cash it in for real, fiat currency, the dollar, whatever you, wherever you live. So I started a mirror channel over on VidMe, and it has basically gone nobody. Still got to connect. Hopefully it comes back. There it's back. Apparently, do not like me talking about Steam it, because now all of a sudden it's been going fine for what 10 minutes, and now it just starts getting all screwed up. Is this about bug out in shit hit the fan event? No. This is about the bug out camp. But we were just kind of talking. We already talked about that for, I don't know, how long has this been going? It's been going for almost a half hour, so we kind of talked a lot about it already. So anyhow, what I was talking about, and we can get back to the bug out camp stuff if anybody has questions. But anyhow, what I'm getting at is I did a mirror channel on VidMe, and it pretty much did nothing. They are basically promoting all the same crap that YouTube used to promote. The just stupid nonsense that entertains the sheep. The sheeple, I call them. The lame brain average American that doesn't know their head from their ass. That's the kind of stuff that they're promoting. So I'm looking at Steam, and there are some more. There is absolutely no what's the word I'm looking for? They do not censor anybody. There's no censorship at all. You can get voted down if people don't like if somebody swears a lot on their videos, you might get voted down for that from certain people, or if you're just an idiot, you might get voted down for that. You give out bad information, so they're looking for good quality content, which I guess swearing has nothing to do with whether you have good quality content. But anyway, I guess what I'm getting at is it's a viable option. So go check it out. I do have an account there. I haven't uploaded anything yet. Once I do, I will do a video about it here on YouTube. And I just kind of wanted to let you guys know about it first and get your take on it. Looks like Rob has set up an account there, but hasn't done anything with it yet either. Just kind of testing the waters. An American Homestead is on there. Rob, man, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. Really, really appreciate it. So, anyhow, you guys go check out Rob Ricks, Iritus Jackalope. He's a good friend, hell of a great guy, and go check out his channel. So, what I was getting at is it's just a viable alternative to YouTube. They don't censor us. We can say whatever the hell we want. And hey, Jonah, been a long time, man. Haven't seen much of you here on YouTube. So basically what I'm getting at, guys, is go sign up for Steam It if you're interested in something like that. Maybe we can do more, maybe I could put the videos that I put on Patreon, maybe I'll start putting those over there too, since I'll actually get paid for them and they can't censor me for it. Because the stuff that I'm going to start putting on Patreon, I cannot put it on YouTube. I'll get demonetized. My channel will get flagged. I basically cannot talk about shit hits the fan. In fact, just for saying that on here, this video, this live stream will probably get demonetized. Um, but you know, that's what they're doing to us here on YouTube. If you talk about any non-politically correct topics, they flag your video, they demonetize your video, they can put a strike against your channel, and so I just think we're going to have to find an alternative for this kind of content, or for the more realistic content, the stuff that we really want to talk about but can't now. So I just I'll do a video about it here probably in a couple of weeks, and just like I said, I'm testing the waters. Just kind of wanted to let you guys know about it. But go over to Steam it, and just for saying inch, no, for saying shit hits the fan. But it, you know, talking about this topic, bugging out, you know, anything that's not, you know, anything that would make, how, let's see, I don't know how to put it, anything that would make the average person uncomfortable to talk about, you can't talk about on YouTube anymore without getting flagged or getting demonetized or getting your ad revenue cut in like half, or by up to like 75%. Some of my videos have been cut. We don't get promoted anymore. We're hardly ever in the suggested videos anymore. We're sure as hell never on the trending page anymore. So that's just you know, something that I'm looking into. So anyhow, enough about that. I had a couple of questions up here that I need to, if my mouse, I need a new mouse. It keeps arguing with me. Here's another question. What boots did y'all use? Well, equals loading the dishwasher. But boots. At first, I wore my trail runners that I usually wear when I go out hiking, and that was a horrible idea. They are water resistant, but they are nowhere near waterproof. So after about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours being out there, we were walking through mud puddles and all kinds of, it was just wet everywhere, walking through the wet weeds and grass and stuff. My feet were absolutely soaked after just a few hours. So those were my Morel trail runners that I usually wear. So then my backup boots, I don't remember what brand they are. I've had them for a lot of years, but I hardly ever wear them because my feet get so hot in them. But they're absolutely waterproof, and I was glad that I had a backup pair. So that actually my wife brought out. So anyhow, but I did wear wool socks, so my feet were warm even though they were wet. And I think almost everybody was smart enough to wear wool socks. So we had. I don't think anybody had any trouble with their feet getting cold. It was just, you know, we were all soaked. A lot of people had the gaiters on their pant legs to keep their pant legs dry. That is something I did not have, something I need to get. That is for damn sure. Even though my pants dry out fast, it was still, you know, if I had something waterproof over top, I would have been it would have been easier to stay warm. So that was something I need to get. You know, I mean, there's so many things that you could put in a bug out bag for situations like that. You know, but if you did, you'd end up with a freaking backpack, or, you know, you'd have to have a freaking pack mule to carry it. So, you know, if you put everything that, you know, for every scenario that you could ever come across, if you packed for everything like that, yeah, you'd never be able to carry it. So, we should develop a cryptic lingo only preppers understand. Yeah, we might have to one of these days, but I honestly think it's easier to just move to a different platform. And, you know, I used to mine cryptocurrency with my computers, and because I went to college for computer repair and networking and that kind of thing. And so, it's just kind of second nature. It was something interesting for me. So, yeah, Ebonics for preppers. We might need that. But I think since you guys can get paid and I can get paid, why not move to that platform? That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, one of the things that we love as creators is interacting with you guys. That's why I do these live streams. Yeah, I get a super chat every now and then, like Rob did with the $10. That's absolutely amazing. Last month, I made more money off of my super chat donations from these live streams than I made in ad revenue. So, Johnny, I wore my Red Wings, feet stayed dry. Yeah. Your feet did get my feet never did get cold, but I was wearing some nice really nice wool socks, 100% merino wool socks. That makes a hell of a difference. Looks like the steam.com. Well, once this comes back, if it does come back, it is steamit.com. I will actually do a video about it, guys. Hey, Chris, if this thing comes back, should be coming back any second now. Shows I have a connection again. Reloading adult. Yep, you gotta travel light. On a scale to 1 to 10, how much you like prepping? I love it. It saved my life. Is this thing going to quit buffering anytime soon? Jeepers. Here we go. Finally. Hey, Chris. Chris over at Drop Forge Survival. You guys go check out his channel. He has a bunch of my sheaths, and he is doing a 50,000 subscriber giveaway. He is not very far from it, so go click on his name, go check out his channel, and give him a sub, because you could win not only one of my sheaths, plus a knife that, the knife that goes with the sheath, but he's got like $5,000 worth of freaking gear, guys. So go subscribe. You're not going to want to miss that giveaway. I bought $120 worth of prepping supplies and made a video about it. NGU Survivalist. I'll have to check out your channel, man. My wife hates prepping, but she likes to eat. Yeah, that's one funny thing that kind of got my wife on board with prepping was, I started putting food away, and she thought I was insane. She actually got mad at me a few times, thinking I was wasting money. And Johnny, my feet got really cold Friday night. I had a tip in one of my videos that I could have told you about. Oh, Matt, Drop Forge Survival. He was just commenting a minute ago. Where are you at, Chris? There we go. I want to see my scrama. It's across the room, dude. I can't get up right now. You pop any squirrels with your 40? Nope, not this time. 40. So anyhow, what I was saying was my wife, got mad at me a few times for thinking that I was wasting money or, spending money that didn't need to be, or I guess you could say. And until one day, we had a storm coming. It was getting icy, and there was something that she needed that she forgot to get at the store to finish cooking with the meal that she was cooking for supper. And she asked me if I had it in this food storage, and I did. So that kind of changed her mind about it. It's kind of just like a backup to her. But there have been a few times where it was just something. It was easier to go grab something out of there. Out of our food storage than it was to run to the store. So, it was just outdoor mama. Oh, yeah, yeah. There are actually quite a few female preppers out there just because they want to make sure their family is taken care of. They want to make sure their family is fed. And, it's just, I don't know. It's a mentality, I guess, how you grow up. I grew up prepping, so it never even, I was a prepper before there was a name for preppers. So before there was even a term preppers. So, or before that stupid ass Doomsday Prepper show, uh, there was, that's just how we lived. It's how we grew up. That's how my grandparents, my parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents. That's how they all, just how they grew up, just how they lived. And so, we still do it. I need to do a video on my garden. Some stuff is finally starting to pop up, so I can show it to you guys. And then I've done some videos on my food storage and canning and stuff like that. But I really, I really want to get back into that more on the more of a homesteading type of thing because that's another video that I'm going to be doing is homesteading should be the ultimate prepper goal because that's just the end all be all of self sufficiency, right? So I don't know, just one of my little opinions there, but I was visiting from a different country and forgot her. Awesome. Oh, only 14 and been prepping for about 2 years. That's good for you, man. Awesome. You're way ahead of most people. There are still people that go run into the store when there's a storm coming. Us, we hear there's a storm coming. We take care of other things instead of having to run to the store for food. We already have it. So, food and water. Food and water, food and water, food and water. Water and more water. So and that's something that's always bothered me about YouTube too, is the preppers you just yes it was. Oh yeah. That's something else that has always bugged me about YouTube is the actual the stuff that matters, the important stuff when it comes to prepping is the stuff that does not get views. Um, there'll be videos that just don't show up in people's subscription feed, or um, it doesn't get promoted. It's hardly ever in suggested videos. Yeah, the that milk and bread is important. Yeah, um, we have the ingredients to make our own bread, and I don't drink milk. I think it's strange to drink another animal's milk. But anyway, that's just me. Use it for cooking. But anyhow, it's that's the stuff that doesn't get the views. That's the stuff that people don't pay attention to. But a survival kit video, oh, that'll get you tons of views, and it's not important at all. It's a fantasy. How many people get lost in the woods every year? Not near as many as people would die if there was, if they didn't learn how to can food properly. When shit hits the fan, no matter what kind of shit hits the fan it is, you're going to have to eat. So you need to figure out how to um, get your own food and be able to store your own food, how to, make it last longer, make it, so you can store it. And so, like I did a canning video, hardly gets any views. Did some videos on my garden, hardly any views. Did a video on cheap, easy water storage, hardly any views. but you do a survival kit video, you get tons of views. So, honest clickbait to hit the important topics. Only thing I've done successfully. I've come to realize one important thing. No one wants their toes stepped on. Yeah, yeah, I hate clickbait, man. But I mean, like we were talking about, Chris, honest clickbait. You got to use a catchy title, but just canning videos just don't get views. Water videos don't get views. So, and that's the important stuff. The knives. You only need a couple of knives, honestly. But knives are fun. I love knives, obviously. Um, but I want to take my channel, and since YouTube isn't paying hardly at all anymore anyway, I would like to do more videos on the really important stuff. You know, how to store your food, and how to what's the word on preserve food. That's the word I've been searching for the whole time that I've been rambling on here. What did I miss here, Matt? A subscription box vid? Yeah, I watch the subscription box videos every now and then, but I'll never. If I do a subscription box, it will be a pocket box, because at least it has a skill challenge in it, in every one of them, and it's handmade goods. Stuff that people can really use. I don't need another pocket knife. I don't need another. I don't need. Sorry, Chris. It was a cool video, but I don't need a tactical toothbrush. I just don't. It's cool. It's fun stuff, but I don't need it. I need an extra gallon of water put back. That's what I need. Canned food lasts longer than the expiration date. Yeah, it does. But, eventually canned food will run out. Think about that. I'm talking canning as in pressure canning, like stuff out of your garden. But, like some wicked sub box videos, yeah. Store date palm, they're very nutritious. Huh. Date palm. Never heard of that one. Never give up. Yeah. NGU Survivalist says survival can be pretty much summed up in 3 words: never give up. Yes, but there's a lot more to it. If you can have the most tenacity of any person on this planet, but if you don't know how to grow a green bean, or if you don't know how to grow a garden, the most headstrong person in the world still has to eat. So, dry your own fruits. Yep, we planted 4 fruit trees last year. This year we might put up a cherry tree. I'm not sure. It just takes so many cherries to make anything out of, so I don't know if we're going to do that or not. But next year we are planning on doing some vines, or bushes, stuff like that, like blueberries, raspberries. We already have a strawberry bed, and grapevines. So, what? I would watch you do some apocalypse. Yeah, but well, Matt, I think that was more of an entertainment thing on the toothbrush thing. So, but Chris is a cool guy, and a lot of people like the battle boxes, so why not show them? So, and he gets, that's one of his channel sponsors. So, you got to do what you got to do. If you practice the piano with your elbows 20 times a day, you still don't get any better. Well, okay, I don't know what you're getting at with that one. Well, hey Johnny, thanks for stopping by. If you don't get if this ends before you get back. NGU Survivalist. I'm not sure what you're getting at with that, but you still You know, like I said, the most headstrong person in the world still has to eat. So you got to learn how to, you still have to learn. You still have to have skills, and don't ever think that you can just buy some seeds and then all of a sudden one day go out and plant those seeds and expect them to produce something. You got to know your soil. You got to know how much how much water it's going to take. It's some stuff that there's a learning curve. Learn skills. Start a fire 5 to 9 different ways. Purify water 3 to 5 ways. Build a shelter with only one tool. Travel on foot with a pack for at least 5 miles twice a month. Yeah, you got your spot on, Chris. Yep, that's stuff. That's stuff people got to learn. Um, what was it? I ended up walking Friday, and only about, I don't know. I probably only carried my pack for not that much, not even a mile. But I walked several miles Friday, and well, I walked quite. Let's see, I'm getting tongue tied. I probably walked 10 miles over the weekend, and my honestly my hips were sore from carrying my backpack, even though I only carried it, maybe a couple, not even a mile, I bet. So yeah, it's something I need to toughen myself up. What are your crops with Powerade? uh, and hey, that's something I have actually. That reminds me of something I should say. Um, we actually started like stockpiling some Miracle Grow. Get the great big bulk packs of them. So yeah, fertilizer. I think that's something that people don't think of is stockpiling fertilizer, because I mean, unless you are actually on a homestead where you can use animal manure, then you're going to need fertilizer. I live in town. I can't use any manure to fertilize my garden. I have to use stuff that doesn't smell horrible, the neighbors. So, but maybe, after shit hits the fan, maybe a guy get a couple of pigs and some chickens, and I don't know, right here in town, I probably would. So, but if it was just something like an economic collapse, then it would be a good idea to have some fertilizer and stuff like that on hand, stockpiled for your garden. So, maybe a couple years worth. It doesn't take that much for a year on your garden. So, be something to think about. The plants will pull themselves out of the ground and run away. I think training on stuff for living off woods and make shelter, proper way to treat injury or illness when stuff happens. Yeah. Um, but realistically, guys, think about this. And with what I was saying about the survival kit videos getting tons of views, can you make a tutorial on canning? I already did, Tanner. About 2 years ago, I did a video on canning green beans. Go look at go look back in my older videos. In a big tub, 20 in a big tub. Yep. I mean, well, that's basically what Miracle Grow is, isn't it? I don't remember. But anyhow, yeah. Get great big tubs of fertilizer. Like dry fertilizer, it'll keep for a long time. A lot of fertilizer from your chickens, yeah, that'd be awesome. But not everybody, in town. Some towns don't allow chickens. Our town does not. We had it takes one person to ruin it for everybody. Our neighbors had a shitload of chickens, and they had two roosters that were fighting all the time, and so the town made them get rid of them, and now we can't have chickens in this town. So the feed is dead again on my end. It should still be going. It's still going for me. How long does food last when you can your own food? It should last several years, but we eat, well, not everything. Like I have 3-year-old pickled jalapenos. Those will keep for a long time. I have dehydrated potatoes in our food storage. Those will keep for a long time in Mylar bags, you know. What else we have? Let's see. We're just finishing up our green beans from 2 years ago. Studying plants and herbs first aid because pieces people neglect. Yeah. We actually had a person out at the bug out camp over the weekend that had a lot of plant knowledge. Um, Miracle Grow is usually 12 or under on the nitrate. Okay, but I mean it's it would be better than not storing anything at all is what I'm getting at with the Miracle Grow. But yeah, there are better fertilizers out there. The reason that Miracle Grow, I think why they keep the levels of different kinds of fertilizer that they have in there is so that people don't burn their crops out, because if you put too much of certain nutrients on the wrong plant, it'll kill it. So I've been wondering, CP, how do you know where to find a good bug out area or camp? You're gonna have to search. I'm 37 years old and I just found a good place to do bug out camp here in the last 5 years. So 4 hens, backyard chicken lawn, yeah. So yeah, Troy, our Michelle just playing. Hey, haven't seen you for a while. Like I said, our neighbors, especially having two roosters, they really ruined it for us, fighting all the time. Our prosperity, our hopefully the computer quits lagging. Our prosperity has been our greatest downfall as a people. The generation that lived through the Depression and the one that followed them were more prepared for any sort of shit hit the fan situation. Absolutely. Cannot argue with you there. I'm going to probably shut this down here in about 5 minutes, guys. Go in and get me some supper and get the kids ready for bed. It is a school night. I think tomorrow is the last day of school. So, but yeah, that is spot on, man. So yeah, if anybody has a really important question, hit me up with a super chat or something. Help me out a little bit so I can keep doing these live streams. And if you guys don't know what super chat is, it's the little $ icon next to the chat bar, or if you're on mobile, it's next to your name. Just built a coop. I'm going to be going to some city council meetings and see if we can get it to where, just make sure, or I don't know. I don't know if they just completely outlawed it across the town or if they just made our neighbors get rid of their chickens because their roosters were fighting all the damn time. But I need to go find out what the ordinance is and go from there. Gated. Yeah, hey, thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you haven't already done so, please hit the thumbs up button and share out my. I guess I need to start with that when I first start doing a live stream, is get people to share the live stream, because you can share these on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and that bring more people in. Well, hey, NGU, thanks for that. It was school here ends in June. Wow, where are you at, Michelle? In fact, coming to think of it, Michelle, I need to resub your channel. I haven't seen you for quite a while, but I'm sure you've been around, haven't you? So anyhow, anybody have an important question before I shut this down? here in a couple minutes anyway. I have me a little vape, something I need to do a video on. Prepper school never ends. Nope. Or prepped school. Yeah. Oily, now you show up here. I'm just getting ready to shut it down. Your bottle on our bathrooms can't stay. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. Got in here late. Maybe. Yeah, I hope so. Well, I tried to see. I had this set up. Oh, North Carolina. I had this set up for a few hours, so people had a little advance notice. But for some reason, it froze up on me and it would not come back, so I had to redo it. So I will try to see what the problem is. I might have to try to use a different encoder, and maybe I'll talk to Rob Ricks over there. He uses OBS, so I will try to do something to get the live stream working a little better like it used to. Part of it, I'm sure, is the weather, or Wi-Fi out here in the garage. I might do another live stream late at night, since I am kind of an insomniac anyhow. I like the late night live streams, so might do that. Might set up a live stream, I don't know, Friday, late Friday night, something like that. So keep an eye out for that, guys. I will definitely schedule the event so you know it's coming, and I'll do that in the house so that I don't have connection problems. So to sum it up, keep prepping, Troy says, and I think that's a good place to end it. So, hey, thanks for. I saved part 2, save videos plus the other. Oh, anyhow, thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the questions, and this is more fun than just shooting a video. It honestly is, because I get to interact with you, in almost real time. It's a little bit lagged behind, but not too bad. So I at least get to see what you guys are doing, answer questions. So this is a lot more fun. I love doing these live streams. So hopefully I can do some more and get the kinks worked out. So anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.